Hey, there's nothing new under the sun, but somehow a picnic in the warm sunshine never gets old.
Two 2,000 years later.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives... Not that there's anything wrong.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an...
Ah! Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now...
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now, I'm not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce when we...
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely... Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre faucilor or...
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to collect...
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad! Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Hang on a sec, you aren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that...
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help!
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then... So tell me, what specifically makes this I see. I knew you could... After all, I was once the brightest star, but given the present...
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a although I am no longer required to play the role of the centuries of pretending to be a different... Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play...
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving so I'm not going to perform.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, do you know any other actors who might be interested in...
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. True, but, I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for?
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really...
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of any... Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be... Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now.
Toodaloo to you, too.
on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again.
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now?
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf.
Shortly after you left, the troop's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believed... Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now?
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the...
I see. Well, circumstances have changed. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so...
Only joking, calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still
Look, this is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up... So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is...
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out, and I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troop. Every one of us thinks of this troop as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should...
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized All right, I'm coming. No need... Hello, one...
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at...
I was just ever so slight. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said, and all before I even had a full grasp of... I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of... But in...
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how...
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me. I was wondering, if the difficulties are purely financial, then there must... Everyone seems so devoted to the troop. I'm
We all want to believe that everything's been going downhill.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as...
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their effort. But still...
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or... People loved our performances back then.
And then disaster.
Yeah. After that, none of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle... It's agonizing. But ultimately...
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist. I suppose it's fair to say then...
Yes, exactly. We all...
Well, good thing I found... I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for my... I can, however, provide some, but only if you feel this...
Oh, most definitely.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a
I don't need any compensation. Something I've begun to realize. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not... What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to... An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Think...
Still a fan of your old drum... You just want to get back in on the act...
No. This is a completely different situation.
The name's not Swan...
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of me. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space.